Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the StormRider channel. Apologies, I've been a bit quiet of late. The reason for that being essentially I've been very busy. Been focusing a lot on fitness work at the moment. I've been trying to do my training for a kettlebell challenge, which takes up a lot of time and effort. And generally, just had other things going on, but it's absolutely been at the forefront of my mind to get some interesting videos up on this channel. I've had a few people asking recently what the plans are. Mr. Casio, thanks for reaching out, and a couple other of you. So here we go. There's some an interesting development in the StormRider G-Shock range. I've just purchased a second G-Shock GA2100, which is the 1A1DR version, which is the triple black. Now, this watch, as you no doubt know if you follow this channel and many other of the G-Shock channels, it was a bit of revelation. I got mine exactly 8 months ago, and it just struck me. I didn't know much about it. It struck me as being a very interesting looking original G-Shock design, incredibly lightweight. It's got the carbon core design within it, so it's got that very strong rugged structure, but it's also got this what you might say smart casual feel to it. Wonderful watch. It really did take the industry by storm. I think it's fair to say that no one was expecting it to be as popular as it was. You know, it's not flashy, it's definitely not expensive. I mean, RRP for these things right now, RRP retail price when they come out normally is, I believe, around $100. So yeah, they were incredibly desirable. They got snapped up straight away. I was very lucky when I was in a mall in Bangkok to walk in and just see this one sitting there. It had come fresh into the store that day, and it was just right place, right time. Now, they've flown off the shelves, and basically what's clear is that a lot of people want to get hold of these but haven't been able to, unless they're willing to pay a pretty marked up amount of money. I was having a look on Amazon and eBay last night, and I noticed that people are putting these things for sale at, $350 and things. Now, everyone has their own thresholds of investment in watches, particularly when, it's above market rate. But when rarity comes in, supply and demand means that sometimes some people are prepared to pay over and above to get what they want. And I totally respect that. Personally, and I've mentioned this before in previous videos, personally, I try and avoid doing that simply by buying these G-Shocks that I think are going to be rare and desirable in the future when they first come out. So I think personally I've got quite a good eye for the kind of models which do come out, which will have a future desirability factor, such as this wonderful triple black Rangeman, such as the Desert Camo GWG-1000, such as the Metal Square, another of my favorites. So yeah, that's my philosophy on buying these things. But hey, it doesn't always work out like that, and sometimes if you really want something, you have to be prepared to pay more. Now let's get back to the essence of the update. I've got another one of these, and there is a significant difference between the two, and I'm about to explain that. So let's open it up. This is the one I bought 8 months ago, and in here, let's have a look. Warranty card, manual. I still then, incidentally, of course, have the boxes for the original one as well. Very good condition box. No damage to it whatsoever. Very happy with that. I'll explain the story behind this in a second. And here we go. Out it comes. The classic triple black GA2100. Let's face it, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm now going to explain the difference between this triple black GA2100 and this triple black 2100. So let's cut to the chase. The only difference is that this has been worn by me. I can't say day in, day out, because as you know, I have an affinity for my metal square as well, when I'm at work and things like that. But this has been worn a lot. This is brand new. I've worn this so much that it's gotten to the point where this sounds strange, because you know, if you watch my videos, I'm a massive believer in wearing these watches as they're designed to be used. Wear them hard, don't mollycoddle them. You know, they're designed rugged for the precise reason that you can just wear them again and again and again, they won't break. What I'm saying is, this got to a point where I was so aware that this watch was, you know, a real, almost like going to be an heirloom in the future, because they're so special. And I was wearing it hard, you know. Okay, I didn't use it at the gym, but you can see that the band itself has got some little marks on it. I'm sure this will clean up. I don't spend virtually any time cleaning my watches, so I'm sure if I put some effort in, this would get very clean very quickly. If I don't know if I can show it on here effectively, but there's just a tiny mark. That, yeah, you can see a tiny mark there on the glass, which I've mentioned before, which I think just happened as a result of hitting the face of the watch off maybe my car door when I was getting into it a few months ago. Now, again, I think if I got the right expertise or the right products, I can probably buff that out. But you know, again, it's a little blemish on a beautiful thing that made me think, you know, if I wear this as much as I am currently doing so, what will it look like in 10 years? So 8 months in, and I've knocked it about a bit. Still works absolutely perfectly, of course. It's a G-Shock, it's the carbon core. It won't break on me. Absolutely no issues with the clasps on the band and things like this. But yeah, my question in my mind was, what will this look like in 10 years? Is it going to be so destroyed that I'll look back and say, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have really used this quite so much. I should have looked after it a bit more. Maybe just use it on special occasions. And then I would have had like a slightly better preserved timepiece, you know, to hand down to the kids or something like this, or to the grandkids. Now, the flip side of that is that just isn't my modus operandi. That's not how I think, really. Deep down, I want to wear this. I don't want to settle for second best. If I find this the most really comfortable, slimline, relaxing watch to wear when I'm either at work or smart casual, I want to use it. I don't want to leave it, you know, in the like a garage queen, as they call the classic cars that don't get taken out and just get kind of polished. It's not my style. So I'm going to keep wearing this as much as I want. And that is where, sorry if I'm rambling, guys, but that is where this comes into play. Now, interesting news for anyone who's a fan of these triple black GA2100s. You may well have seen that, you know, you can get hold of the triple red one. You can get hold of the one that's got the purple kind of accents to it and things like that. I've seen them in shops myself. I could have bought them for about $100, and I chose not to, personally, just because they don't work for me visually. Not my cup of tea. However, this model, as far as I've worked out, has been re-released in very small batches. Now, the reason why, as far as I work out, is because you just read some things randomly on the internet, and and the kind of intelligence from the watch community is kind of, it's almost just like rumors, and you have to work out what's true and what's not. But yeah, it sounds like every now and again, a couple of these will be put on sale on certain watch stores, and I was lucky enough to find one very, very randomly. I was not expecting to come across it, and I paid pretty much retail price for it. So as you can imagine, I just thought to myself, you know what? I keep on having the back of my mind that I should have maybe protected this one a little bit more for the future, but I'm just going to have this stored away in the box. And for the price, I mean, the value for money on this watch, guys, if you can get it for close to retail price, let's say 100, is it $120? Depends, I think, where you buy it. But it is just phenomenal. And now that, if I'm correct, now that these things are being sold in small batches again, keep your eyes out for it, because what you might find is that you can pay $100, $120 for something which, you know, people have been willing to pay for apparently up to $300 for or more in the second-hand market, or, you know, in the kind of eBay world. So I am really pleased. I feel I've been very lucky that I happened to have come across this at the right time. It's funny, both these watches are a classic right place, right time situation. This one I happened to be in the physical store at the right time. This one I happened to be on the internet at the right time. Let's have a quick look if we can see. I'll give that a quick wipe. Let's have a quick look if we can see how they differ in terms of the. Sorry. Let's have a quick look and see if we can see how they differ in terms of the actual wear. Yeah, you got the little chip on the face of the one on the right. I think it's fair to say the wording surrounding around the bezel, yeah, you could argue it's a little bit more defined on the newer one because it's brand new, but I wouldn't say to any significant degree. Obviously, you can see the straps there. This one's got the older one, 8-month-old one's got that kind of sheen of a resin strap, which does, you know, inevitably start to happen. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just how these things develop over time. And then you have still got the protective sticker on the buckle there, which I'll just be keeping on just for this to be on the safe side. Around here, again, another kind of scratch or a scrape on that part of the strap, which I think would clean off quite easily and quite quickly. Let's have a look at the sides. Yeah, you can see there's been some little impact marks on the sides. On the back, very, very nice. Very happy, and I think you understand what I'm saying, which is that, yeah, I wear G-Shocks every day. I love them. I don't care if they get, you know, battle scarred, because that's what life's about. But when you've got the option to have a second one at a very, very agreeable price, I think it's fair to say, you know, it doesn't hurt to take that option. So I'd be really keen to know if anyone else has come across these watches in a kind of in the re-release, and if anyone's been lucky enough to get hold of it as well. Maybe worth actually going on a couple of those stores that sell them currently, see if any are knocking about. And yeah, drop a comment down if you do happen to come across one and happen to have you know, been lucky like I have. Well guys, really nice to be back on the channel, giving you an update. I've got a couple of videos in the pipeline as well. One is relating to the watches that I've been using most recently in all my fitness endeavors. So as I said, I've been doing a lot of kettlebell related work. I've mentioned in the past that kettlebells can be very, very demanding on the watches that you wear if you choose to wear them. There's a lot of impact on the wrist and things. Also, I've been doing a lot of Olympic bar lifting, a lot of kind of CrossFit style workouts, burpees over the bar, and a fair amount of running as well. And what's happened is, if I've got it here, yes I have. What's happened is that I've developed an interesting relationship between this watch and this watch and this watch when it comes to my workouts. And then, of course, this comes along, and yeah, sometimes you really have to think a bit about what is the right watch for the right circumstance. And when it comes to certain workouts, certain G-Shocks just win out over others, and I really want to explain my thought process on that and how that is. So yeah, look, I'll leave it at that. I hope you're all doing really well. Hope you're really all doing positive and strong things and staying optimistic and happy. And we'll speak soon. Take care.